And one more JoJo question.
Hmm.
So she said, when you first got asked to, she talked about you had a talk with her team, her squad, at St. John's, and
Hmm.
she said you talked about a story about, you when you got picked to part of the coaching staff, you mentioned in the beginning, like you were like, what do I have to offer at this level? Here's these, top talented athletes. And it's like, how do I coach them? What do I have to say?
I think it's very human to have some imposter syndrome, of like holy crap, I'm in this like, wonderful environment. I think amazing person I got to work with was Feluca Akinradenwo, was one of the best middles in the world. She will go down in history as that. And at that time, she was, in my opinion, the best slide hitter in the world. And I was working with our offense, and I'm like, how the heck am I going to make Feluca better at the slide? Like, she's the best. And you're not talking about just you're good at what you do. You are phenomenal. And she's asking, how can I improve this? And like, for me, what I did in that scenario, certainly there was some feelings about how was I prepared enough, but what I learned in that is if I didn't know the answer, I would go figure it out. I would go study it. I would watch tons and tons of hours of film. I'd whether with her or by myself or with somebody else or talk to other coaches about ways to get better. But that was a cool thing for me to learn as starting out with USA, and actually I hope throughout my whole career is that I always need to be getting better and going and trying to learn how to coach something better, how to give feedback better. Um, what are the best players in the world doing? Am I coaching it that way? Why are they doing it different than I am, or that I have? So understanding the game, there's so many ways to play it. But now not understanding just a broad way to make something better, but just really looking at inches and how to improve something in that way. Maybe it's the mentality about it or the actual technique, but that was a cool lesson to learn in a way that was like, okay, yeah, yeah, we got the best in the world, and we're trying to go from a bronze medal to a gold medal.
Hmm.
And that is, though, that seems not far away, but it is, those gaps are really, really small, and you have to be thinking really, really small on how to improve.